Hey babies, welcome to DONNA'S spot. Today I'm going to cook my meal with you. I am trying 2 new recipes, so I don't know how they're going to come out, but I like to add my own flair and touch to the recipes, so they should come out good. The first one is Sea Best Pollack fillets. It's a fish. Now I usually do my fish the same way, so we're going to check it out and see if it comes out good or not. I hope it does. First of all, I'm going to reach you into my pot. You should be able to see there is, maybe you can't see it. I'm trying to let you see. But I have a pot with some grease in it, and I'll bring it to you since it's not working for you coming to it. And everybody knows what a pot of grease looks like. I personally use peanut oil from after Thanksgiving because you need a 3-gallon bottle of peanut oil for the turkey fryer to work. So I usually just strain my peanut oil just as I would my regular cooking grease, whether it be canola oil or corn oil or olive oil or a combination of all three. And even some coconut oil. I like to cook in my oils, and once my food gets cooked and my oils get cooled, maybe the next day, I'll fold up a piece of paper towel, 3 or 4 sections, fold it up in a rectangle, fold it in half, put it in my strainer, and strain my grease so I can keep continuously using my grease over and over, opposed to throwing it out and have to start with some new grease. Because ain't nobody rich, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, ain't nobody rich. I mean, we try to live as comfortable as possible, but ain't nobody rich. I know I'm not. So, to get started, I have my staples. I have a cookie sheet. I like to lay my fish on the cookie sheet and then season it. I have my seasonings, and this is seasonings that I made up myself. I use a meeting place container because it's big. I have turmeric in it, ground turmeric. I have onion powder. I have garlic powder. I have some of Mrs. Dash's no salt powders and flakes. I have Sazon cooking, it's a cooking salt. I have adobo by Goya. I have a couple different kinds of all-purpose seasonings for adobo. I have black pepper, and I like to shake it up and put it in this container right here. The reason I'm starting to use turmeric on a regular basis is because I have rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, and fibromyalgia. The osteoarthritis gets you in your knees, you know, from normal wear and tear of walking up and downstairs, walking, carrying heavy bags, carrying heavy kids throughout your life. So that's where the osteoarthritis comes from. I have rheumatoid arthritis. It's in my fingers. Usually most people who have rheumatoid arthritis, when they ball up their fist, you can't see their fist. That doesn't happen with me. I usually swell in my knees, swell in my legs. You know, my legs start to look like elephant trunks. That's where my rheumatoid arthritis comes from. And when it gets to drawing up, it is the crippling disease. I also have fibromyalgia. It goes from my shoulders, my whole full back. It feels like somebody took off a piece of metal and hammered it to my back with metal nails. So it feels like I'm carrying something on top of my butt, like a piece of metal that I can't get rid of. I also feel it in my ankles where it feels like somebody chopped me off and I'm walking on glass. And I feel it in my toes where my toes get to cringing. And I have the carpal tunnel in my wrist. So I mean, I'm all jacked up, but I'm still willing to get to where God wants me to be. Thank God with the Pollack fillets. I didn't notice. This is beautiful. They're in their own individual wrapped bags, just like many other fish that you get. So for me, that's a plus. Now I notice it's real kind of like, I don't know, juicy, or I don't know how you want to say it. It's rather wet to me, just being in the bag. Yes, I know it thawed out, but I wasn't expecting all this water. So it is what it is. So I have my trusty handy scissors around. When using peanut oil, you will learn you don't have to turn the oven on and leave it on for a long time for your grease to heat up like you would vegetable oil. As soon as you turn it on, seconds later it's popping. So this is why I do not have the oven on quite yet. I'm cutting open my bags if you can't see it. I'm cutting open my bags, letting the liquid drain out into the garbage. Because you know I'm backwards, I do stuff backwards. And laying the fillets on my cookie sheet. Now this one particular bag looks like we're working with 4 fillets in a 1-pound bag. And I'm glad I did take the bag out instead of calling myself trying to open it up and take pieces out, because 4, I'll eat 2 now and snack on 2, and that'll be it for the day. That's how I do. I can't say what you do. That's what I do. I try to keep it to a minimum, as less mess as possible. So that's why I drain the fish juice into the garbage. And I'm about to wash my hands right quick. Give me a minute. I have this issue with cleanliness. So everything I do, I want it to be very neat and clean. So here's my turmeric powder mixed up with everything. And I do like to use the sprinkle part opposed to any other part, because sometimes a little too much comes out. So for me, I can't say for the next person, but for me, I like to use the sprinkle part, because I like to be able to control my seasonings. Mrs. Dash, baby, Mrs. Dash is expensive. I mean, I know I pay for what I get, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with buying it, using it, or nothing else. Excuse me, that's my seasonings make me sneeze like that. Because it's, you know, getting into my nose and things. But I don't like to go overboard with seasoning. Yes, I like my food highly seasoned like anybody else, but not to the point where I'm wasting. Because turmeric can be expensive depending on where you get it at. Luckily, I found a halal food market, and they sell it, you know, so one is right around the corner from me, so it's within walking distance. And then 2, they sell a 12-ounce bag for $3.49. So that's a great thing for me. So I like to season my food up real good with the turmeric. And turmeric sort of like has a spicy taste, more like a crushed red pepper. But this is what I'm doing for my fish with the turmeric. I have some other stuff that I do my fish with, which I'll be getting with you shortly. Most people, I myself do it by fry with flour. Some people also fry like this. This is pancake mix. I like to give it the coating of the pancake mix. And some people fry with cornmeal for their fish. But today I will be using pancake mix mixed with a little bit of flour. And I will be putting this in my pan. So I'm going to go and turn my oil on. Like I said, it doesn't take much to turn your oil on for it to get hot, because it's peanut oil. Peanut oil, for whatever reason, it gets hot like psh. So why? I don't know. Can't tell you. But as you see, I turned my heat on. Haven't had my heat on a minute, and my oil is already popping. And that's fine, because I got my fish in the bag, pancake mix and the flour all mixed up together. And I'm about to drop a fillet in. And I will be dropping all 4 fillets in. I don't have a lot of oil in the pan. I have enough to cover my fish, but not cover it to the point where it's deep fried fish. So, it's not much. It's enough for me today to eat. And I like doing my fish, chicken wings, or whatever, or frying sausages or whatever. I like frying them this way because I don't want to have all that oil in it. I mean, it's nice to have oil so you can fry your food, but I don't want my food all gunked up in oil. And this is it as far as frying my fish. I don't want to run all my video with this. So I'm going to take a pause and wrap my materials up and wash my cookie sheet off, because I'm going to use that again, and put my flowers and stuff away, and then I'll be right back with you.